okay.
That voice.
We are live again on Instagram and Facebook Live. And there's this beautiful woman. Look at her. Wearing her what is it called? Fascinator.
Which you bought for me.
Which I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He buys me hats.
I do. I like buying you hats.
Yes.
And there's some beautiful flowers in the background. What are they? They're roses or peonies?
These are roses. Not from you.
Pink, who are they from?
Oh, just for me to know.
A secret admirer. Yeah, one of many. And here she is, Suzanne Somers.
Yay! You actually remembered to introduce me. Hi, Caroline.
Hello, hello.
Well, that was very nice. Yes, you bought me this hat, and I thought it was so cute, and so I dressed her around my hat today, and the flowers matched the hat.
Well,
And I put two different bottoms on to find the right bottom to not clash with the hat, and I think I did it.
you did
I
it.
think I figured it
Yeah,
out.
you did it.
I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I understand proportion and different proportions on different bodies. Who should wear what and who shouldn't wear what. I always keep it to myself, but I have that thought of, they probably shouldn't have worn that.
So,
Yeah.
today, here we are in July, almost in August.
Yes.
So we're at the peak of summer, and there are a lot of people who would love to lay in the sun, but they shouldn't lay in the sun because they have skin like my wife, and all they're going to do is dry it out and ruin it.
Get freckles.
That's right. Well, it's beyond freckles.
Yeah.
It's like
Now it's horrid age spots.
Yeah,
I used to read about horrid age spots in comic books and think, what's
Oh,
that?
yeah. Oh, yeah. So today we have two tanning kits, a 3-piece and a 5-piece, and you're going to want to have these because this will give you the kind of tan that you would get normally laying in the sun relative to your skin type. It's not going to be that orange stuff or that brown stuff. This stuff is great. And you'll put that on and you'll look like you have the most beautiful tan.
It turns you
this
the
summer.
color that you're supposed to be.
That's exactly
Sugar
right.
peptides.
That's exactly right.
Not only that, Caroline called me twice to remind me to use the mitts, and I'm going, oh, all right. I didn't know I
It's
wanted.
brand new.
I know,
It's
but I didn't know
brand
that
new.
I would be interested in the mitts, and you know what? Here are the mitts. They're even still a little wet because I use them.
Knit. Singular. Knit.
This is mitt. This is mitt.
You get two of them, Caroline?
If
No,
you could.
knit. You get one. You get a. It's.
Oh,
called
I didn't know
tanning
that.
knit.
Oh, you
Yeah,
only get
one.
one. Oh,
Well, I guess that's all you need.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
And you know what?
I put the tanning serum on the mitt. I had it on both mitts, but I actually didn't use it. Come to think of it, and I put it all over my face and chest and shoulders. And I wish you could see my legs. They look so tan and so smooth. But the great thing was, nothing on my hands. Are those orange hands? No, no. I think this is inspired. I think I will always put on the tanning serum because I didn't realize when I was putting the tanning serum on the mitt on my legs that generally I don't like putting the tanning serum on my legs. Never thought about it. It's not a big deal. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but I didn't like it.
You know, when I was a kid, like 18, 19, and I was living in Windsor, Ontario,
bet
right
you were
across the
so
river
cute.
from
Were you
Detroit.
cute?
Okay.
Were you making money at 18 and 19?
Yes, I had a buddy by the name of Lindsay Meehan, who
Yeah, you
was
talk
a
about him.
great jazz musician.
Yep.
And both of us were free during the day. I had a show from 6 to 9 in the morning, and then after that I was free for the rest of the day. So something came out called Man Tan,
I remember.
and it was tanning stuff, okay?
Yeah.
So Lindsay and I bought, I think, 2 cans each,
Yeah.
and we got all sprayed down with this stuff, and we put it on our hands and our arms and our faces. And
How'd you look?
well, it looked really weird because nobody in Windsor had a tan. It's the middle of the winter.
Especially
right?
an orange tan.
Yeah, in the middle of the winter. And the part that we didn't know, we didn't wash our hands.
Oh, yeah.
So our hands on
Yeah.
the palms got tanned as well. We were the only people in Windsor with tanned palms on our hands. Okay.
Well, not me. I have no,
Well, this is not like Mantan.
no,
This is
this turns you the
Yeah.
color that you are supposed to be
if you could tan.
if you get tan.
Yeah.
And it's good for you. You know,
Okay.
that Mantan stuff was loaded with chemicals. It had a bad smell.
Yeah.
This,
Well,
this smells nice
In
because
those
it's
days,
normal.
in those days, we didn't get into chemicals, you know? We didn't think about that.
No, but they had them in them.
Yeah, of
It was-
course.
That's what the chemical makers go, you know what would really turn them a nice orange color? Put some of this in there.
Right.
What,
Here's
did-
the
what was this?
Three-piece tanning kit, tanning serum, tanning mitt, healthy body glow, retail value $124.97, sale $89.99. That's 28% off
Nice.
at SuzanneSomers.com.
Nice,
There it is for Instagram.
nice.
The three-piece tanning kit, tanning serum, tanning mitt, healthy body glow, retail value $124.97, sale $89.99, 28% off. Okay, that's the three-piece.
Okay.
Here's the five-piece, okay? And we've added to that the Desert Shimmer Powder
Oh, that's
and the
great.
Multi-Stick
Oh, that's great.
Sunrise. And
That's
the
great.
retail value is
Wish I had a
$224.95.
brush.
Sale $124. Wow, that's 44% off at SuzanneSomers.com. That's the five-piece tanning kit.
If I had a brush, which I forgot to bring out, to put on this bronzing powder, what a nice thing to do for your hands.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
What?
Well, putting it on your hands, I hadn't thought
know.
about that.
Do my eyes look weird?
But, you know, just a normal weird.
I put on my eye makeup kind of quickly in my bad light, in my rinky-dink makeup area in this temporary house, and I think that I might have overdone the blue.
Overdone what?
The blue.
I don't think
No,
so.
you look cute.
Yeah,
I
you
do?
look really
Okay.
cute.
Yeah, you look super cute. I just want Alan to slightly pull up your sleeve so I can't see your bra strap.
Where is it
Oh,
here?
there it is. Oh, Alan to the rescue.
You're good. You're good at that.
Don't make a move. I'm coming.
I'm coming. I want the
Okay.
world to know. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now she's perfect, okay? Perfect.
He's perfect.
And look at that shoulder. It's a beautiful
I
shoulder.
actually have two of them.
Yeah, you haven't lived till you've seen this shoulder. This is a beautiful shoulder. And whenever I see it, I kiss it. Mwah. Ooh,
It's for real.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lucky me.
there'll be a little something for you later after the show.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay?
I have a little something for you later
Oh,
on after
okay.
the show.
Okay, I'm glad.
You want to know what it is?
Sure.
We're having crispy chicken wings. They've been marinating all day
Oh, I love
in
this.
Asian, like soy sauce and
I love
tamari
this.
and sesame oil and a bunch of spices and things. And they are in the oven right now. I'm going to serve them with fluffy white rice. What is that?
That's my lawyer, Bob. Yeah. Hi, Bob. We're in the middle of a show. You can watch us on either Instagram or Facebook Live.
That's funny.
Oh. And I'll call you back after the show. Is that okay? Great. Okay, thank you.
Call back if you have good news, Bob.
Okay, what's that?
Call back if you have good
Here,
news.
Say, say hello to Suzanne. She can
Hi,
hear.
Bob. Hi, you're on the
You're
air.
on the air now.
Call back if you have good news.
Okay.
Always good news for you, Suzanne.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll call you back, Bob. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Say hello to your darling wife. I love her.
Okay.
Okay. So he took all his grandchildren to Europe, to Paris.
Right, he took the whole family. Amazing.
Yeah.
To Paris.
Yeah, you know when they're all little like that, you can do it. When they're our grandchildren's ages, we did that. We took mainly we didn't go on trips.
No.
We had that big house
Yeah.
and all those bedrooms, and they all kind of
Well, that was a trip for them.
yeah, and they felt like it was theirs,
Yeah.
and they had such affection. The last day that we were at that house, I gave a dinner party. I think it was for your birthday, wasn't it?
I don't remember. It was a dinner
Yes.
party.
It was his birthday, yes. And the next day, Daisy started crying, remember? Oh, she cried so much. It was a wonderful evening and a wonderful goodbye.
Yeah.
And that house was a feast for all of us. We lived well in that house. It's not about what you have or what you do or who you are. It's about the feeling and the emotion and the bond that came, the bonding with all of us that came from, everyone would go off to their own little room. And I mean little, but they were charming. They were, I thought, beautifully furnished with fine antique French and my linen collection. And then, I don't know, there's just something about those rooms and then meeting in that kitchen and then having our big family dinners in the dining room or a feast out in the back where we had a stage. And we used that house so well. And everyone had such affection for it. I was glad to see the children, who are not children anymore, so emotional. Made me feel good, like we did something right. What are you doing, Al?
Well, I was going to show this, but it's awkward, so I'll let you show it.
Do
This
one
is-
at a time.
This is the three-piece.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, here's the mitt. I showed you the mitt. I loved putting the mitt on. I can't wait to take my pants off to see my legs all dry and beautiful.
By
This
the way,
is
do you think Mitt Romney's real name is Mitt, or do you think it's something and they call him Mitt?
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi?
I don't know. It feels like
I
when you
don't
see
know.
a little baby, you go, let's call him Mitt. I always see that when I hear people with strange names. I think, how did your parents? Let's call you Fredo.
Or Sergeant.
Sergeant. Oh yeah, that's right.
Sergeant.
This is the multi-stick, and you will love it. My granddaughters use it as lipstick. I need a little more depth than that, but I use it on my cheeks, and I use it sometimes on my eyelids. Sometimes I put a little on my hands. It's just kind of an all-purpose multi-stick, and it's a great color.
And that's part of the three-piece tanning
Yeah.
kit.
And then there's this
Just gives you like a little sun kiss.
Yeah, it is. And then this is that beautiful, beautiful bronzing powder. I should have brought I'm not used to the studio being out here. I should have brought my makeup brush.
Oh.
You can buy a makeup brush from SuzanneSomers.com, and they are fantastic.
This is the five-piece.
Far be it from me to choose what brush you want to use. I use every brush that we have. I use the medium size, the large size. I use the little eyeliner size. You know, it's nice.
Okay. So what else is new in your life? Nothing, right? Nothing.
Well, I've never been happier.
There you go. That's a great accomplishment these days.
Yeah, I'm really finding aging interesting in that there's a lot of stuff you don't like. That goes without saying. But the stuff that I like is that, man, do I not want things. I don't want things. I want good food and great love and a nice bed to sleep in. I don't need, they're talking today about the lottery, and you went and drove all over town yesterday buying tickets. And what'd you win, $6?
$6.
Well, it's kind of good.
That's not bad.
You lost 94.
Yeah.
It wasn't a total loss. I think Jill made some money, who's listening, from our office, vice president of our company. And Julie, I think, made some money, or maybe not. She
Jill
was-
made some money.
Yeah. So, is that your lawyer
Hey,
again?
Al, you want to turn your ringer off?
Yeah. Oh, it's Mitch.
Thank you.
Who's Mitch? Who's
Hi,
Mitch?
Mitch. We're in the middle
kidding.
of a show. Facebook Live and Instagram.
Oh my gosh, he's hysterical.
Do you know who he's talking about?
Okay. You okay?
No idea.
Can you call him back, Alan?
Yeah, or just walk out of the room and we'll chat a bit.
Yeah. We don't need you, Alan.
Okay, all right, take care, Mitch. Say hello to your dad.
Oh, Mitch
Bye-bye.
Davis. Oh. Oh, I see that, why that was hard. He hardly ever calls. That's Clive Davis's son. Clive Davis. You all know who Clive Davis is. He's
The genius.
a genius.
He's
Yeah.
the brains of the music world.
Yeah. Anybody that you love in the music business, Clive discovered them.
He has the greatest ears
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Is Mitch okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was hard to get off the phone because he's not used to calling here.
Yeah. Well, he calls.
He does?
Yeah. He either calls or texts, but yeah. And by the way, Bob doesn't have Instagram or Facebook Live, and neither does Mitch.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Huh. Bob Kahn is our lawyer, and he's the nicest man in the business. He really is. And he's so fair and so astute. It's nice. Everyone has lousy things to say about their lawyer. I don't. I like him.
Yeah, we have only good things to say about Bob.
Yeah.
Hasn't always been the case with other lawyers we've had.
And that's why they're others.
Yeah.
They're not part of it.
Right.
Bob has lasted through the entire duration.
That's true. True, lasting power.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you're just joining us, we have 2 tanning kits today. One is a 3-piece, one is a 5-piece. The three-piece is tanning serum, tanning mitt, healthy body glow. Retail value $125, sale $90, 28% off at SuzanneSomers.com. Okay, there it is for Insta, 3-piece tanning kit. And we have the 5-piece tanning kit. There it is. This is for serious tanners. Tanning serum, tanning mitt, healthy body glow, desert shimmer powder, multi-stick, sunrise. Retail value $225, sale $125, 44% off at SuzanneSomers.com.
And if you guys are interested in a really easy way to get some of Suzanne's amazing tanning, try that Healthy Glow body lotion because
Oh.
it's her amazing
I couldn't live
lotion
without it. I
with
love
some of
it.
the tanning active. It's just like putting on lotion, and all of a sudden you go, God, I look good.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you a healthy glow. The mitt, I'll tell you, I don't usually have trouble reaching my feet, but since my injury, it becomes a factor. Oh, have a mitt. You reach right down there. And don't question this, just get this Healthy Glow. It's so great.
This
How about
is-
moisturizer that turns you a little bit tan but gives you great
Crème
moist
pour
skin?
le corps bon mine.
Good,
Here
Al.
it is.
That's good.
Okay, Healthy Glow body lotion.
Yeah.
Comes in a beautiful silver can. Okay,
As do almost
and here's
all
the
our
golden
products.
tanning
Yeah,
serum.
Yeah.
Serum, bronze, bronza,
See, he's, bilingual.
cha-cha-cha, doré.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for,
I noticed you never speak French to our grandsons.
they
Who
all
are
are
fluent.
fluent in French. Well, one was born in Paris, and their mother, the other 2 were born here, and their mother had a tutor who would come in once or twice a week and teach them everything French.
Yeah.
Not only speaking French, but writing French,
Yeah.
reading French, so they are perfectly
And when you're
equipped.
with them and somebody comes in and speaks French, they switch immediately without even thinking about it.
Right.
They're like, it's a fluent thing.
You
Like
said-
when I'm gonna speak French to someone, I have to like gear up and think of the words and then go, je
Well, you said
je
to one,
mange maintenant.
yeah, you said to one of our grandsons, I remember a few years ago when they were one of them was very young, you said, how come you don't speak to me in French? And he said, well, it's because you speak English.
Except he didn't have an accent in
Oh,
English.
that's right. He did.
Remember, he said,
Well,
well, you
no,
speak English.
No, but Zion had an accent, remember?
Because he was born in Paris
He was
and,
still living in Paris, but
Yeah.
he was speaking English, and
Yeah.
he had a slight accent, and he was fascinated with your rear end.
yeah, that doesn't sound right though. I want to touch your butt.
I want to touch your
No,
butt.
Zion,
Yeah,
no. He's darling.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of him yesterday. He's so darling. I miss him.
Yeah.
He's been over in Paris for a month. That's the kind of family we have. Everybody's
think-
everywhere except us. Bruce
I
and
think-
Caroline are leaving for Italy soon, and Bruce is going on one of his I need to be alone hikes first. But he always comes back, so. And then he's meeting the girls at the catamaran, and then they're going to go up and down the Mediterranean, which we know quite well. You might even get to Libya.
Libya?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think.
No, we're just going on the Amalfi Coast.
Yeah, you're not gonna go to Libya.
Yeah,
Well,
we're not,
remember
we're not
when
going up and
we
down the coast. We're just going on the
We've
Amalfi
never
Coast.
been to Libya.
where didn't you want to go?
Libya.
Yeah,
I did not want to go.
I know, but we were in the Mediterranean, and right over there was Italy, and over here was you didn't want to go because you said I'll never come back.
Well, no, they're always at war there.
Yeah.
There's a civil war. I don't know what's going on
Yeah.
there now, but
I never realized the proximity. You know, you don't really understand geography until you've been there.
yeah.
Like I know everywhere France is, and I can get myself anywhere in France because we've driven it so many times, and parts of Italy. Not as much as I'd like to. I've been looking at pictures, I don't know if you've been there, Caroline, of, where's everyone getting married right now? And George Clooney has a house there. Oh, Lake
Lake Como?
Como, yeah. Have you been there?
Yeah, that was the first time I went to Italy for Stephanie's wedding. was
Oh,
in
right,
Lake Como.
right,
It was
right, right.
Stunning.
Right. I have two friends who have daughters getting married in Italy this week. One this week and one next week.
Who's getting married?
Les's daughter and
Leslie's daughter is getting married?
no, Les.
Oh,
And,
okay, okay, got it.
And the other one is Janelle and Larry,
Oh.
their daughter. Because daughters have now figured out, I could get a $100,000 wedding just by asking daddy.
Oh, they're not 100,000 anymore.
They're not?
Not if they're going all the way there.
Really?
It's amazing what people are doing for these. I mean, you know, listen, you can throw any size and price wedding, and they're all beautiful. But these, you know, the destination weddings, you're kind of hosting a whole weekend. It's usually like a 3-day event.
Oh. Oh.
A lot of destination weddings.
Wow.
Well, we hosted a 7-day event with 14 people in Italy, and it didn't cost
No.
anywhere near that.
No, but times have
Yeah, but you
changed.
had like 8 people.
Pardon?
You had like 8 people.
No, we had 14.
Yeah, still.
But we
it's
didn't
not-
pay
that's
for
not like a
everybody's
wedding.
way, Alan.
We didn't pay their transportation.
No,
I
and
don't
that's
think
the big
anybody
deal.
pays for
Do
transportation.
they pay for transportation, Caroline?
I don't think so.
No,
No.
no,
They pay
Not
for,
usually.
usually pay for the rooms and
The rooms and
the
food.
party.
no, not the rooms.
They don't pay for the rooms either.
No, no.
So what are they, what's the money going for?
I don't know.
You throw the parties. You throw a rehearsal dinner, and they usually invite everyone who's traveled there. So instead of it just being the bridal party, it's everyone who's coming to the wedding. Then you throw the wedding, then you throw a brunch, then you like sometimes people throw a day party as well. It's usually like 3 or 4 parties,
We should be in this
Wow.
business.
I know.
and it's everyone who's coming. So
Wow.
maybe let's say you have less people because it's a destination wedding. So maybe you have 75 people instead of 200 people.
Wow.
But then, it's several parties. I mean, they're all so much fun. Like when you go, it's really fun.
How come we're not
When you're there
invited to
with
those, Alan?
Pardon?
a small group of people.
How come we're not invited to those? Like we have friends who their daughters got married in Jamaica.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm glad. Because
Why are
I
you
don't
glad?
want to go anywhere. I don't. I'm really happy right here.
And you want to eat dinner at 3.
I'm happy at here, in Malibu.
Do you realize we ate dinner yesterday at 4,
At 4, yeah.
not 3?
Yeah,
That was all right.
yeah.
That was all right, and we slept really great.
Well-
Tonight we're eating at 5,
Yeah, right.
and you'll want it.
Well, I love those.
I'm now trying to entice you to eat dinner at a reasonable hour for both of us.
Yeah.
I'd like to eat at 6, he'd like to eat at 3, so in the middle, we go to 4, 4:30. 5, maybe, if
You know,
it's a show day.
there are people who are with us right now on Instagram and Facebook. And we do not plan what we're going to talk about
Oh,
3 times
really?
a week. You can probably tell that, okay? We don't plan that at
Yeah,
all.
we want what we do to be so organic
Normal.
and so normal
Normal.
that it's just like peeking into our life, and
Right.
we're happy to invite you. And whatever we're talking about right now, we would have talked about whether you were there or not, so I'm glad you're there. And I like your comments, so comment away.
Yeah. Well, Kimber Sisson said Prague was so beautiful my first trip. Okay, I remember there was a period when the...
Everyone was going to Prague.
Yeah, or Portugal.
Yeah, but it was Prague. I remember
I remember
Patrick Tarai,
Patrick Tarai.
because he had all those people who came to his restaurant, and he got so many people to go to Prague that it became like the destination place.
Well, I remember after the Soviet Union crashed,
Yeah.
that a friend of ours, I can't remember his name, a French guy, and he called us from Prague, and he said, you gotta come here. You can buy a 10-room apartment on the blah blah square for $50,000. And I thought, wow, what a deal. But you gotta be in Prague.
You probably would have been happy today if you had bought that.
No, I wouldn't. I have
Hey.
nightmares about owning property that's on the other side of an ocean. Remember, we were offered to trade. We had that little beach house, and there were these people that owned a fabulous rooftop penthouse. It was penthouse.
On the
It was
left bank.
4 stories high in Paris.
Yeah.
And they wanted to trade us, okay? And I remember I had sort of a nightmare, half awake and half asleep, laying in bed and thinking, we're going to own that thing in Paris, and the phone's going to ring, and we're going to hear someone saying, hello, Monsieur Hamel, the place is flooded, we do not know how it happened, but what would you like to do? And I'm 15 hours away.
And you don't
right?
want to do anything.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monsieur Hamel.
What were you going to say, Caroline?
Guess who I saw at the grocery store today?
Who?
You want to guess, or you want me to just tell
Okay, let's say, is it a
male
male
or
or
female?
female?
you? Male,
Male.
Famous or not famous?
not famous.
Oh,
That makes it harder.
yeah. Not
One of my
famous.
kids grown up?
Yes.
Oh, Christopher? Who?
No.
Who?
Sounds like an owl.
Keep going. You just had a pretty important
Cody?
question, and I answered yes. Think
Cody?
about the question.
Is Cody? I'm remembering their show names more.
Repeat your question.
Was he one of my kids?
One of my kids grown up.
And it was a
That was the
male.
question.
So it had to be
It had to be you.
Christopher or Josh or
No.
the teenager, I can't remember his name right now, who got shot.
Think about your words. Your words were one of my kids grown up.
One of my kids grown up.
I'll play the Jeopardy theme.
No, Alan, you need to guess.
I have no
One
idea.
of my kids grown up. It's
I-
not hard. You guys are making this so much harder than it is.
And now,
Maybe you are.
now, by the way,
And think literally about what you said. Did you see one of my kids grown up?
yeah. So once the
One
answer
of my
comes out,
kids
are we going to go? Wow, you
Yes,
saw
you are.
Marlon Brando.
No, one of your kids.
One of
So
your
it has
kids.
to be either Christopher, Josh, or
Oh
Pat-
my gosh.
Patrick
guys.
Duffy.
what?
No, one of your kids.
One of my kids. I'm going to say it real fast. Maybe it sounds like a swear word. One of my kids.
Okay.
I don't know.
Bruce. Bruce is your only kid.
Yeah.
Not Bruce.
Then it must be Camellia. No, that's a girl.
No. You were very close when you said Bruce, because it is a boy. It is
So
a male.
it's got to be Cody.
Alan, you know this.
Do you want?
Not Bruce. One of your kids grown up, and it's a male. There's only one other.
Steven?
Yes.
Oh. You saw Steven today?
I saw Steven at the grocery store.
How bizarre.
Alan's son. That's Alan's son.
Yeah, what store?
At Whole Foods.
That's probably why he didn't call you back. Oh, wow.
He was at the grocery store in the produce section with me.
What did he have in his shopping cart?
A lot of produce.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't look carefully, but
Well, he eats very healthy. He's very health oriented.
So do we all. This is a healthy eating family.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel so good about the fact that years and years and years ago, we decided, without commiserating as a family, everyone started eating healthy, organic food. And it makes a difference. I know my healing is taking a long time, but imagine if I had been eating crap. I don't eat crap, ever. My doctors all go, well, you know, if you weren't injured, the rest of you is operating at 100%. So it's got to be the food. How could it not be the food? If you put sugar into a gas tank of a Maserati or any car, you'd burn up the engine. It just wouldn't work. What you put into your body is fuel, and your fuel, the better the quality of the fuel, the better you operate as a human being. When you're in the store and you're going to make a choice between this or that, that's the I shouldn't, and this is the I should. Go to the I shoulds more. Try to do it more often than not, and I think you will see that it really pays off. Gives you strength. Your body reacts differently. I take ashwagandha, which we have in our arsenal, and man, is that good for my muscles. I don't know if it'd be good for yours, because I'm not allowed to say anything, but it sure is good for mine.
Well, you're developing muscles, which
Yeah.
is great.
How are you doing, Caroline? What do you weigh, 100 now?
I'm doing great. I am at the weight I want to be, and I
How
feel
much
good.
have you lost?
17 pounds. But some
Wow.
of that was like, some of that at the, I put on just like a random 5 pounds that didn't really count. So I would say I've lost like a solid 12 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't
but,
you have
like,
envy, everybody listening?
significant?
Right, you look
Yeah,
great.
very significant.
I saw
Thank
you on your after show the other day, and you looked really great. Congratulations. That's not easy. And what are you doing?
I'm just going to show everyone what Stephen looks like. And he's single. Okay. Here's
And
Stephen.
picky, and very picky.
There he is. He's handsome with a magnificent body. Okay. He's,
See, it runs in the family, they wear sunglasses.
yeah,
But Stephen looks better with sunglasses.
there he is. It's hard to do here.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll hate that I showed his picture.
No, he won't.
No, he won't.
He likes to pretend he hates it. Everybody loves attention.
Okay.
Not everyone.
No?
No, some people are introverts and do not like attention.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Oh, please. You hate attention.
No, I don't hate attention. No, I don't hate attention.
No, what it is, you don't need it or crave it, but when you get
Right.
it, you like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right, I don't crave it.
No. You're very emotionally healthy about that. You're
Well-
very emotionally healthy about what you have achieved, and the success that you've had has been extraordinary. And you're at a place in your life where you go, yeah, that was great, I was good at it, and I really liked it, but you don't live in the past. You don't live in I used to be's,
Right.
because you're more about who you are right now.
Well,
I find
know,
I learn a lot from you.
thank you. Well, I've had thousands of hours of therapy.
This is Alan lying. He likes to lie, you know that.
Actually, I had 1 week of therapy.
Yeah.
It was the family therapy.
Yeah.
And it was an incredible week.
Yes, life changing.
And I learned all the rules, and it set me up for the rest of my life. And then I had a couple
You
of,
you need a couple of tune-ups.
well, I had, what do you mean?
Along the way, you've needed to tune up a little bit.
Oh, I had, like
any fine instrument, you need to tune it.
Yeah, I had two 1-hour sessions with a therapist. But that's it. That's the only.
What's interesting about our therapy is I found my therapist through my best friend, and then I was so impressed by her because she didn't waste any time. We got to it and we got over it, and I had maybe a few sessions and I didn't go back again. But then Bruce, I could tell, needed at that time, so I turned Bruce onto her, and then Bruce turned Caroline onto her, and then I turned Leslie onto her, and she now knows. And I say to her because I have an appointment with her next week, because I haven't talked to her in about a year. I always say the same thing. I envy you. You know every single thing, intimate detail. You know all the things that don't make any sense. You know what they are, and you can't talk about it to anybody. And she never gives away anything on anybody.
No, but she knows everyone's version.
Yeah, that's even more interesting.
Maybe a departure.
Yeah, but that's even more interesting, that you see it this way, but I see it that way.
Well, the most interesting part, I mean, I actually went to her.
Yeah.
You've actually never seen her, have you?
Not really.
I went to her once for one of my 1-hour sessions. And what was really interesting is that she was naked. And I said,
This is Alan lying.
She
He's
said,
lying
it's important you don't come in here with clothes on so that there's no pretense about who you are or what you are and what you do or what you have. So I took my clothes off.
Oh, yeah.
And the two of us sat there for 1 hour.
Isn't that great?
It wasn't an hour, it was like 50 minutes. I think there's 10 minutes between sessions.
Isn't that great?
And then I left and I forgot to put my clothes on. There was
Oh.
someone in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this rings true, Alan.
Well,
You're a good storyteller. This would not make a good movie.
I think it would make a very good movie,
No, I
depending
don't.
on the casting.
Yeah, who would you cast?
Well, if I said that, then you would know, you'd know something about me that I've never revealed to you.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm not sure I want to do that publicly.
now you got me curious. I
Well, you have
thought
to.
I know everything about
No,
you.
but who, now, if I was going to produce a movie,
You would want to
and
be,
everyone's
if she was
gonna
still
be-
alive and young,
is going to be
Sophia
naked,
Loren.
let's say it's a head session in a circle, okay? And there are 10 people and 2 therapists, and everybody's naked.
Oh,
okay?
great, that sounds great.
Who would I cast?
Um,
Starting with women.
oh, really?
Who?
Oh, really?
Yeah, starting with women. 5
So
women, 5
Sophia
men.
Loren,
Yes, so Sophia Loren, yeah,
in her heyday,
yeah.
that one who was on your talk show, the blonde singer, you liked her. What was her name? Nancy Ames.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. They're all kind of the same, even though Sophia Loren doesn't look anything like Nancy
Bridget
Ames.
Bardot.
Oh, Bridget Bardot. When I had my special, Suzanne Somers and 50,000 soldiers at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany, he offered Bridget Bardot $150,000
In cash.
in cash to pick her up on her little island outside of Saint-Tropez in a military helicopter, fly her over to the hangar where the show was going live, drop her down on the stage, have her walk out on the stage in front of 50,000 soldiers, which I'll tell you, if you ever get a chance, do it, and wave and throw kisses and get back in the helicopter and go home. $150,000, she said no.
Yeah. She said, well, I have a lunch date today. I'm sorry.
I wonder if she was afraid, knowing women, the psyche of women, that she didn't live up to the image that you had, that all men had. You know, she was quite a bit older then. And so maybe dropping out of a helicopter, when you're known as the greatest sex symbol in America in your 20s.
Oh, in the
and now
world.
she was
In
in
the
her
world.
60s. What?
The greatest sex symbol in the world.
In the world, yeah.
Bridget Bardot,
Yeah.
I mean, huge.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see when she was born, because this was in 1983.
Before women could get plastic surgery and fillers to look like her.
That's true. You know that it's a great that women have access to so much plastic surgery now, but you never know. There's something very interesting about watching a face become the face it was destined to be. And there's the good and the bad of it. What do you think, Caroline?
I agree. I think people should, do what they want to do and enjoy what they're able to do. And it doesn't always go the way people think.
Oh no, I know.
Going to.
I was looking at this woman the other day who's died, and we all know who the family is. And she started out so pretty, and I knew her when I was at HSN. And then, you got too much money and too much time and too much filler and too much this and too much that, and it took away her beauty, and she was so beautiful. And here she was doing
people are just mean about aging in general. Like if they say, you should age gracefully, and then you age gracefully, and people say, you look old.
Yeah, I know.
And then, so really what people want is for women not to age.
Or to age in a way...
If you're having work done, that it should be invisible.
I'm hoping, because I have the face I have, and a few of you have mentioned that I'm aging here, which I know. And I'm not saying I won't do it. I might clean this up down here. But there's a part of me that's feeling like we're all in this together. And so if I am aging the way that I feel makes everyone feel better, I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for me, that it makes what I call our brand stronger. Does that make sense?
Well, it does to me.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't wake up in the morning and look at my face and go, oh my God. I actually like the way I look. My skin is good from all the skincare that I use, and the hormones. Hormones are the game changer. Oh my God. The difference, and my sister was saying this too. My sister was going to the doctor the other day, and he said something about, well, I look at you and you look so good, I don't know what to do with an 83-year-old woman. And I said, it's because she doesn't eat right. She doesn't eat bad, but she doesn't eat like we eat. She has been on hormones since I started writing the books about them. And I told her, God, just do this. Just do this. And, aging is about worn out parts. And what wears out first are your hormones, then your nutrients and minerals, and then other things. But those are the main things. And through lab work, you can determine what your deficiencies are, hormonally, nutritionally, minerally. And so a good doctor, the ones that I'm setting you up with at Live Health?
It's livehealth.com/Suzanne.
Okay, it's complicated.
livehealth.com/Suzanne.
Okay. Anyway, you go to the right doctor with your lab work, and he goes, you're deficient here. In hormones, you need the right ratio of progesterone to estrogen and testosterone. For men need to have more testosterone than estrogen. Yes, they have estrogen. And you put everything back. It's like putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. You feel great. You exude a youthful energy without looking all done up. And I think it's the ultimate surgery, natural surgery of putting back what you had in your youth without deteriorating. Without hormones, you're going to deteriorate. Hormones are the internal messengers. They carry all the information, but the thyroid, always stay on top of your thyroid. Make sure that your thyroid is not low or high. You want to be just right, and you need the right doctor to know what is too low or what is too high. You need to be right in the middle. Why? Because the thyroid is the orchestra leader that tells estrogen what to do, and progesterone what to do, and testosterone what to do, and DHEA what to do, and pregnenolone what to do. And now all the hormones get their messages, and they go, oh, okay, I know what to do. But if the thyroid isn't working right, there's no one telling the different hormones what to do. And so they go, well, I know how to do what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know how much of it. Well, I'll throw it in here. That's how you get high estrogen or low progesterone. And that's why you start feeling crazy inside, because it's about the ratio. Hormone balance is about balance of the hormone ratio. For men, they need this much testosterone to this much estrogen. that's what keeps them, that's why Alan looks so good. He's got just the right ratio. Women are in reverse. We need this much estrogen and this much testosterone. In the middle there's progesterone. When you don't have enough progesterone, the cycle of your 28 days, on the 12th day you make the most estrogen you're going to make, and on the 13th day in comes the progesterone, and on the 13th day, so the progesterone pours in and the estrogen drops, like plummets. But if your balance isn't right, you keep building lining and building lining and building lining, and then you have breakthrough bleeding, and now you're in trouble because you're completely out of whack. I could talk to you for 2 hours about this. That is what has made aging, besides Alan, and I mean that, besides my great love in my life and my family, that's what's made aging acceptable for me. And then, God sends me this, I'm going to break your body in half, and let's see how you do. And I never had a day of despair. I've never been depressed. I wake up every morning and Alan says, "How are you today?" And I said, "I've never been happier." And that's true. I really have never been happier. I'm so lucky. I get to sleep in a nice bed, and I get to make us a nice dinner, and we get to have this love affair. We danced a little bit last night, which we usually do all the time, but because of my broken body. But it's the hormones that have allowed me to put myself back together again. If you don't know anything about hormones, I will highly suggest you get any one of them, but the most recent hormone book is I'm Too Young for This. I wrote that because every woman who's in hormonal balance says, "Oh, I'm too young for that." And I always go, "No, you're not. You can be of age when you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s. But if you're in your 60s and you're not on hormones, you're suffering. I can tell you that. You're not sleeping through the night, you're peeing too much, you don't have a sex drive, you're sweating at night, you're having all the seven dwarfs of menopause living in your house, and it's unpleasant, and it's hard for the people that you share the house with, because you are suffering, and when you are suffering, the rest of the people in the house start suffering. So it also, you get to be your beautiful self, and you age, but it's okay because you don't look weird aging.
So, you know how much I love people's names.
Yeah,
I do.
I do.
I don't make fun of them. I did it once, and
No.
I had to apologize to the woman. I was sorry I did it. This is a great name, Aurora Hooker. Okay?
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. It's a great name, and my guess is that she had to learn how to fight in high school.
Probably as much as I'm a whore.
That's right. Well, is there someone?
Aurora is a beautiful name.
What is?
Aurora, yeah.
Aurora, such a pretty name.
And
Yeah.
when put with Borealis, yeah.
Oh. Well,
And P.S. Livehealth.com/Suzanne. There's only one. There's only one slash, so it doesn't. You don't have to say forward or backward. You can just say /Suzanne.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because every time
Well,
Alan
easier.
says that, my dyslexia kicks in. I go, "What do you mean this way? You mean that
I've
way?"
never seen it the other
Yeah.
way.
There's only one. I
There's
think there
only one.
used to be on HTML, but now these days it's just one.
Okay, all right,
So there you go.
okay.
Okay. And Iron Vucci said I could listen about hormones all night, and Suzanne could talk about hormones all night. She knows more about hormones. She actually did a seminar. One of our go-to doctors in Belgium asked Suzanne. He has a couple of organizations with about 6,000 MDs who are members, and he asked Suzanne to do a lecture for these doctors on bioidentical hormones. That's how much she knows about hormones.
Well, I know how to simplify it. One of the advantages of interviewing so many doctors over my 27 books in my career is they don't know how to communicate as a general rule. There are a few of them who are glib and eloquent and wonderful. But most of them talk in a monotone, and they talk in initials, and I have to go, first I I record the whole thing, and I ask provocative questions, I hope, in the interview. Then when it's over and I get it all typed into a manuscript, then I send it back to them for their approval, but it's only the first stage. And I go, you know, in paragraph 1, page 1, and we've got, 90, 100 pages to go. Did you mean when you said that this happens, or did you mean this happens? And then they go, no, that means that happens when this happens. And eventually I pull it out of them so that when I reach that aha moment of, oh, okay, then I know we're all going to understand it. And that's how I write my books. I didn't go to college. And for many, many years I was insecure about the fact that I didn't go to college. And then I thought, I've done pretty well for someone who hasn't gone to college.
You know what's interesting? I think most of the heads of the Fortune 500 companies were college dropouts. Bill Gates dropped out of college.
That's right, he did.
The guy who created Twitter dropped out of college. Google dropped out of college. I mean, so many people, okay? Leaders, because what they realized was they were more interested in getting their lives going and watching their vision materialize, rather than, sitting in college for 4 years or 5 years or whatever.
I wish I could say I was that smart. Life took
Plus, I was a dropout.
You were a dropout,
yeah.
too, and you're one of the smartest people I know. But life for me...
What do you mean one of? What is that one of thing? You know anyone smarter than me? I'll give you time, okay?
I don't think so, actually.
No, I'm just...
I know you are, but I don't think so. I think that you have wisdom. You have great wisdom.
Well, actually, Bruce actually...
Yeah, when Bruce was in a therapy of sorts, this came out. What did he say about you?
Well, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah, well,
But it was highly complimentary.
Yeah, Methuselah, or...
No. Moses.
Moses, right. When I was in Israel, and those of you who read the Bible, we went to the Garden of Gethsemane. It moved me and it grabbed me, because I have always identified with Mary Magdalene, and she was so profoundly sorry that she washed Jesus' hair with her feet with her hair. I don't know, when I went to the Garden of Gethsemane, was I her? Because I sure identified with, we've all made bad choices in our life, we've all done stupid things, but it was an act of forgiveness, and I just identified. I have a picture of it in my photo album on my phone, and that picture stops me. And it's just a tree. It stops me every time.
So, I'm not going to say this woman's last name. Her first name is Val, and she'll know who she is. She said, my doctor said, no hormone replacement, chance for cancer high. Lost an ovary at 32. I've been through hell with perimenopause, full-blown menopause. I'm peeing a lot at night, trouble sleeping, still get hot flashes, okay? I suggest that you go to livehealth.com/Suzanne.
May I tell you what I
you'll
wrote
have,
about?
You'll have a consultation.
Yes, have the consultation. But may I tell you what I wrote about in several of my books? Doctors are down on what they're not up on. You know what I mean? And so we were meant to have hormonal balance. I'm talking about the ratio of when everything is all is well. When everything's in balance, you feel great, right? You sleep through the night, you have a sexual drive, you're not sweating, you're not bitchy, you're not itchy. The itch has got me first. Oh my God, that's what got me finally to the doctor. I couldn't stop itching I would itch my leg till it bled. Now, a doctor who says no more hormones for you may not have thought it all the way through. Here, if it were me, and I'm not saying I'm a doctor, I'm not giving advice, but why did you lose an ovary at that age? What was imbalance that created that? The brain is very smart. The brain has one job to do, and the job is perpetuation of the species. So we have our hormones so that we'll have a cycle, and then we either make a baby on the 12th day, or we don't, and it plummets, and then the progesterone comes in. Here's what I didn't finish before. Estrogen is carcinogenic. Surprise, right? But nature is so beautiful. Progesterone is anti-carcinogenic. So when you hit the 12th day of your cycle and you're making more estrogen than you've made all month, and you're the horniest, and oh, the full moon is out on the 12th day. If you don't make a baby that day, then this drops, and then comes progesterone, which is anti-carcinogenic. So high estrogen is only a problem if the progesterone doesn't come in. That's why me and so many women, I believe, well, this is my diagnosis. Why did I get breast cancer at 50? I wasn't making enough progesterone. When I look back on my body, and I was puffy and sweaty, and I used to go to bed and, please let me sleep tonight. I wasn't making enough progesterone, and voila, I got breast cancer. Is it the reason? No one can prove it, but you know how you know in your gut? And so that doctor who told you that didn't know the whole hormonal story. I figure. Because
and I'm just going to play the
devil's
advocate side. There are some specific medical situations where people's doctors do know a lot about hormones, and they still don't believe that hormone could be right for you based on your individual case. So it's important to listen to both sides. That's all.
Thank you for saying that.
So Aurora Hooker said, Alan, you made my day mentioning my name. Aurora Hooker is quite a name. That's why I go by, are you ready? Tootie, like Tutti Frutti.
Aurora
Love you guys.
Tootie? Aurora Tootie?
Yeah.
She
Tootie,
just
like
goes by Tootie. That's so
Tutti
cute.
Frutti.
That's great.
Well, guess what?
What?
The time,
That they'll last forever.
whoops.
The best horses don't last
What's that?
forever.
Who's that?
They
Oh.
surely do last forever in our heart.
Oh,
Always cherish the horses that are your home. Here's my one piece of advice.
all of a sudden a woman kissing a horse.
Oh God, I love those.
The whole entire world.
Okay, turn it off now.
Okay.
Thank you very much for saying that, lady. On Facebook where you see reels, where it shows animal videos, I could sit all day and watch those videos. But if any of you ever wanted like an hour of hormones, I do know a lot. I don't know why. It made total, after writing so many books, I had what I call in therapy, in any kind of education, aha moments where I went, oh.
Well, look at the teachers you had. You had these top of the hill
top of the line.
doctors, okay?
I used my celebrity for the better good because I was able to call up the best and the brightest, and they would take my call. Whereas if I was Joe Schmo, they probably wouldn't. So that's been great. And I love talking about hormones. I could talk about them all day. I think they're so important for us to know. And they don't teach it in med school. They just don't teach it. The most important messenger in our body, besides our, well, thyroid's a hormone. The hormone thyroid talks to every other hormone. And you have another hormone right below your thyroid called the thymus. And you got to keep that strong because that's your immune system. You know that tennis court, I always say that the length of our GI tract has the mucus around it. Well, the signals are coming from the thymus.
Okay, so Tina said, I got into a fight with my doctor because he said hormones cause cancer. I said I've been on them for 30 plus years and I will never stop. Suzanne Somers gave me my life back.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I get teary.
Well, we'll schedule a hormone show soon, guys. But today we're wrapping up our golden hour with our golden girl, Suzanne. I'm going to
Yes.
do an after show. If you guys have questions, we're going to talk more about tanning products or anything else that you like.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There's so much more to say, so let's do it again. Enjoy Caroline tonight, and I will see you Friday.
Friday.
Bye.